Hello everyone, this is Ivan Delgado from CoinLive. In today's video, I will be summarizing the latest action in the crypto space for February the 20th. Now before that, a legal disclaimer, the content in this video is not financial advice, it should be taken for informational purposes only, okay? So moving on, first of all, in terms of performances in the crypto market, Bitcoin continues to charge higher, nearing the 12,000 mark, with the alts complex so far not being able to keep up, although with some exceptions seen on top cryptos such as Litecoin, Ethereum Classic, Vechain or Omisego. Now on the flip side, Stellar Lumens or IOTA were the main laggards on the day. The total market capitalization so far has been able to find acceptance above the 500 billion mark, although one must be aware that based on a logarithmic model, the total value in US dollar terms remains significantly overpriced. One can find out more at CoinLive. We put a piece out on that kind of concept of market valuation based on a logarithmic scale. Now, in the last 24 hours, volumes in exchanges saw a pickup across the board, and that's encouraging. Binance and Bitfinex were up about 15%, BitHub around 35%, while GDAX was up almost 75%. This rise in volumes in a day in which total market capitalization increased by over $10 billion should be interpreted, if anything, as a positive development. Remember, if we see updates on increasing volume, that bodes well for market sentiment, as it suggests that more involvement is seen from large accounts. Okay? Now, in terms of industry news, late in the US session, we learned that Bitfinex holds a bank account with ING. This is big news for the market. As we wrote, the fact that banks are willing to work with Bitfinex is positive news, and as a reflection of that, we even saw a brief spike in the tether against the US dollar before re-anchoring at parity. Now, according to Bloomberg, Bitfinex, which we shouldn't forget was recently scrutinized by the US Commodity Futures Trading Commission, quote-unquote, opened an account with ING after losing its relationship with Wells Fargo last year. And as a reminder to our readers, Wells Fargo discontinued its role as a Bitfinex correspondent bank back in March of 2017, and ever since, much has been speculated about Bitfinex's shady business, especially after the drop of its auditor last month, which indicated lack of transparency, obviously. Now, in other news supporting the sentiment in Bitcoin, we learned that Bitfinex has implemented Seaweed to lower Bitcoin withdrawal fees and achieve faster processing times. And we must say that this news also combined with the fact that Coinbase has also announced that their engineering team has finished the testing of Seaweed for Bitcoin, saying that they will be starting a phase launch to customers over the next few days and are targeting 100% launch to all customers by mid next week. Now, meanwhile, in South Korea, we also learned that the largest exchanges gain an agreement with major banks which will allow fiat deposit. Now, we want to point out here that this should translate into greater access to trade cryptocurrencies in the country, which, as a reminder, is extremely popular in South Korea, and as such, the potential for more volumes to come into the market. In South Korea, we've noticed also that the premium has been going up about $700. Now, it is also worth mentioning that in the US, Congress is considering stricter federal oversight of cryptocurrencies. Despite new legislation is not expected anytime soon, if one is to just take into consideration what was said by Rob Joyce, a White House cybersecurity analyst, just recently, earlier this month. Now, in terms of crypto assets fundamentals, we wanted to highlight news from Salt announcing that they have temporarily suspended loan and membership requests due to extremely high demand. Now, this should be seen, if anything, as growing pains for Salt. As per Steemit, their app base is ready for testing. That's what we learned earlier this week. And remember that the app base is one of the most important aspects of the Steem blockchain, as it creates distinct modules for specific functions. Meanwhile, we learned that hackers had infiltrated into Jenkins' network to mine $3 million worth of Monero illegally, according to cybersecurity group Checkpoint. Now, this now represents one of the largest illegal Monero mining operations in the world. Now, in other welcoming news, Binance will be supporting the Anthology airdrop for new holders, which, as a reminder, will have 20 million INT tokens as a giveaway. We also reported on the crypto community being highly skeptical about Litecoin Cash. Remember, Charlie Lee, the founder of Litecoin, has never endorsed this fork, so be aware of that. Now, we also want to congratulate the Lisk team on its relaunch event, which is seen as a major milestone in the efforts to improve the project's marketing and development roadmap. The team has rolled out a new brand identity, website, and app as well. So those were the stories that we wanted to highlight for February the 20th. I'll wrap it up here. Remember, if you enjoy these recaps from us at CoinLive, please support our cause by liking the videos and subscribing to our channel. We will be back with another recap tomorrow. Thank you. Bye.